Hello? Can you hear me? You can? Okay. Just need to make sure. You're Daniel, right? Daniel Thompson? Good. I just needed to make sure I had the right person. Didn't want to call the wrong person this type of time. I guess I'll explain myself. My name is Willis. Willis Alexander Johnson. But you can just call me Wilson. It's an old nickname of mine. Anyway, welcome to the Fazbear Incorporated Memorial Museum and Storage Complex. That's a mouthful. You applied to work as a security guard, so you'll be here from midnight to 7 in the morning. Job is pretty simple. Watch the cameras, make sure no criminals get in, animatronics don't move around too much. Yeah, I guess I should explain. We do have some active animatronics in the building, salvaged right from the remains of the factory. A bit burnt, a bit damaged, but they still work. Can't show them around the public though, they don't know it exists yet. Another reason we don't show them is because they're slightly dangerous, which is why we have a security guard. We want you to make sure that they don't move too much. If they move, they might try to go for your office. They might try to head directly towards you, and that would be bad, because I'm not sure what would happen to you. So, there's a few things in this office you can use to defend yourself, if necessary. The laptop on your left has access to the security cameras, allowing you to check their positions in the museum and the storage complex. The little sections with like 3 dashes show where it moves to the different floor. You also have access to the electronic door locking mechanism from the cameras, so if you see them in one of the hallways, the left or right hall outside your office, shut the door. Whatever wandered over will wander away if they run into a wall. You also have an audio lure system in there, which allows you to lure them to a different place. It uses some kind of signal. I didn't install it, so I'm not entirely sure how it works, but yeah, you can use it to lure them around places. Might not work on all of them. Then on the right laptop you have 2 systems, a tracking system to find where they are, and a signal corruptor. The signal corruptor allows you to disable all the electronic devices in a certain camera. It'll freeze animatronics in place because it freezes their software, but it does consume power and blacks out that camera, so that's a problem. Now you know what to do if they come from the left or right. Shut the doors. If they come from the front, I'd hide under that desk. They mainly rely on sight, so if they don't see you, they can't hurt you. Problem solved. But if they come from the back door, just walk over there, open it up, and shine your flashlight in their eyes. Just make sure you hear them knock on the door first. Don't want to shine it when there's nothing there. Is there anything I've missed? Oh yeah, the power. The cameras, the doors, the signal corruptor, those all tap into the building's main power supply. And if it runs out, the place goes dark, and I'm not sure what'll happen then. But if nothing is active, not using cameras, not using doors, no corruptor, it should regenerate. There are backup generators that'll turn on. The audio lure, it also uses a slight bit of power every time you use it, so keep that in mind. Anyway, I'm gonna let you get to work. Remember, you're here till 7. Night, Daniel. Daniel, glad to see you're back on your feet again. Heard you came down with a stomach bug. Sucks, doesn't it? Apparently it's been spreading all over town. Had it last week. Anyway, on to more important matters. I've been looking into the Fazbear Archive, you know, the main central Fazbear Incorporated database, and found some interesting data about these animatronics. Apparently, they're not even animatronics. They're something called torture suits. They were created by a Mr. Allison Marcus Jones, founder of the company. These things, they're sickening. He built them to contain his employees and brutally massacre them. Not pleasant. Speaking of animatronics, I'm pretty sure there'll be a few more of them active tonight. I've got quite a few of these torture suits, so I wouldn't be surprised if they all activated sooner or later. Just keep an eye out for anything suspicious, okay? Thanks. I need to go now. You'll be A-okay, Daniel. Trust me. Anyway, talk to you tomorrow. Bye. Welcome back, Daniel. I've got some good news and some bad news for you. Which do you want to hear first? Good news? Okay. Good news is I found some more new information about Mr. Allison Jones and looking through the Fazbear archive. You're never gonna believe this. It says he had a son. Well, an adopted son. Yeah, crazy, right? That's only the tip of the iceberg. I also found a file about 2 of his former employees. The 2 names really stuck out for me. The names were Vincent Afton and Grant Calkin. Vincent's name I recognized. He was the manager of another Fazbear establishment, one simply known as Freddy Fazbear's Pizzeria. And Grant Calkin. There was a file on Mr. Jones' private account talking about a Linda Calkin. It's password protected, so I'm going to work on opening that later on today. Anyway, on to the bad news. There's this new torture suit that activated. Its name is Torture Vigo. It's based off the Vigo the Snake animatronic. I never liked Vigo. I bought him from a shop to use in Fazbear Fantasyland, and when I ran the startup test, he bit my finger and broke right through the bone. But it's not the point. Thing is, this torture suit is weird. Apparently Vigo's AI was designed to function as malware. Guessing Mr. Jones made it to collect information on people. The problem for you is that it'll occasionally upload itself to the left laptop. You know, the one with cameras. I installed an antivirus software a few months ago that will force restart the laptop and attempt to remove the malicious files it detects, if it finds me. Thing is, you'll need to enter an authorization code after it restarts to acknowledge that you've regained control of the computer. Caps matters. And when entering the code, you have no access to cameras or doors, so that's a pain. So watch for that. Gotta go. Jury duty today for some reason. Bad timing for me to schedule a shift for you. So, bye. sorry about that last shift. I should not have scheduled you when I had jury duty. Anyway, I found some more information in the archive, but before I get to that, there's something I should tell you about. You ever heard of the animatronic Foxy? Well, we found his torture suit counterpart, and believe me, this one is weird. Weirder than Vigo. It seems to detect when you're not using any devices and tries to approach you if that's the case. It's like its AI freezes up when it gets a signal. Added a little counter in the bottom right corner of the right laptop screen so you can see how far away he is. When it hits 0, he's arrived. When you start hearing his footsteps, yes, footsteps, he has large metal feet that are pretty damn loud, you'll hear them. Anyway, when you hear them, hide under the desk. He'll go away. Of course, you should also still check the cameras and use the corruptor, as that will hinder his approach. There is one small thing to be aware of, though. If the power goes out, you don't have access to any devices. I don't think I need to explain what happens after that. Also, I'm still trying to crack that passcode protected file on the servers. Seems it's like something really important. I guess Gron was involved in something big. But I did find more classified files, one being about this mystery child. Apparently, he was adopted at 6. However, Mr. Jones put him back in the foster care system when he turned 16. The file says that he did it because he didn't want his son to get involved in the business. He thought it would destroy his son to know what he actually did for a living. Looks like he cared deeply about him. Shit, this phone's about to die. Why did I use a cell phone instead of a landline? Look, I'll call you tomorrow, okay? Well, good night. See you tomorrow. You know, it's kind of funny that my phone died in the middle of our call yesterday. Oh well. How are you holding up, Daniel? Doing good? Glad to hear that. Last day of the week. I'd be excited if I were you. Anyway, it's come to my attention that the torture suits are seemingly getting more and more aggressive by the day. In addition to these revelations, I've finally figured out how to break through the file layer of encryption on that file. I've got a brute forcing algorithm running on my laptop. Should have results by tomorrow. I must say, Daniel, you've been pretty quiet around me. Of course, you must have your reasons. Just feels like you're hiding something from me. It's also pretty interesting that the torture suits are more aggressive when you're around. And that's it. But enough rambling. I'm gonna let you work. See you tomorrow, Daniel. Wait, there's gonna be another torture suit active tonight. The chicken. Nothing works on it except for the audio lore, so pay attention to that. Not even doors will stop it. If you see it at one of your entrances, use the lore and take it away from there. Okay, that's gonna be it now. Good night. So, you took the weekend shift. Interesting. Anyway, I actually finally got through that file, and believe me, the stuff I found in there was ridiculously crazy. Apparently, Allison was much more of a monster than I thought. He murdered Linda Tokolikin and Jackson Tokolikin. Just murdered them straight in front of people. Like, Linda, Ron apparently figured out something about his company, so he rammed his car into his, causing him to get a pretty bad injury in his head. And I know I'm probably not making any sense, but I'm just still trying to process it myself. It's just crazy. Allison caused a car accident, then sent someone to the hospital to kill Linda, and then later on in his life went to personally kill Jackson. It's ridiculous. I also found another file. There was another one buried deep. Apparently this one has to do with the adoption records of the mystery child. And that one's encrypted more than anything I've ever seen before. This is like encryption beyond levels that it should be possible. I'm gonna start cracking this one soon. Once we finish this, we'll finally get another piece of this puzzle put to rest. Finally have someone who we can start asking questions to. Good night, Daniel.